Hello, how are you?
He's at SpaceX 3 days a week, 2 days at Tesla, and weekends are at home with his 5 sons from his first marriage and his second.
Renewed scrutiny over Elon Musk's past communications with Jeffrey Epstein has surfaced, following the U.S. Department of Justice's massive document release.
I've heard people say, listen, he's an out-of-the-box thinker, he's a businessman, he's an entrepreneur, but people that know you say...
a businessman, I wouldn't say.
The controversy has exploded defending the tech billionaire. Musk described his punishing work schedule: 3 days a week at SpaceX, 2 at Tesla, and weekends dedicated to his 5 young sons and then wife Tallulah Riley.
He's at SpaceX 3 days a week, 2 days at Tesla, and weekends are at home with his 5 sons from his first marriage and his second wife Tallulah, whom he met in London.
The caption argued there was simply no room in that timeline for visits to Epstein's notorious private island in the Caribbean. Many have been split sharply between supporters praising Musk's relentless drive and critics calling the defense weak or misleading.
Well, it looks like it's finally time to watch all the pedophile motherfuckers flounder and point fingers at each other. Elon Musk has now been posting non-stop about the Epstein files, repinning, unpinning new posts, just frantic. He's now deflecting and trying to point fingers at all the other high-profile pedophiles that are also in the files with him, and completely deflect, saying he'd want nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein, and he could go to a party himself. He doesn't need Jeffrey.
Those critics point directly to the fresh documents unsealed by the Department of Justice on January 30th, 2026. As part of a court-ordered transparency push under the Epstein Files Transparency Act, the department released millions of pages, including more than 2,000 videos and 180,000 images, though many remain heavily redacted. Among the revelations, at least 16 emails exchanged between Musk and Epstein between 2012 and 2014.
He opens the doors, and there's a massage table in the middle of the room. And candles all around and stuff. So I ask very insightful, cutting questions. I say to him, massage table in the middle of your house? How often you have a massage? And he says, every day. And then he gets weirdly close to me. And he says, and the right kind of massage.
Several discuss potential visits to Little St. James, Epstein's island, long linked to allegations of sex trafficking and abuse.
Germophobic.
Oh, is he? So is that why he sleeps with underage girls?
He doesn't sleep with them.
Oh, no, are you sure? Is that why he tells them to give them massages and all the rest of it?
He's never done
On the
that.
island with Bill Clinton?
Were you there?
With Bill Clinton, is that why?
In one 2012 message, Musk reportedly asked, "What day or night will be the wildest party on the island?" Other exchanges show the two comparing schedules, with Epstein offering helicopter transport from nearby locations like St. Bart's.
Elon Musk is now in the files for the first time from emails in 2013, where him and Jeffrey Epstein were going back about Jeffrey Epstein sending him a helicopter, possibly to go visit his island, considering that Musk was in the British Virgin Islands, only 15-minute flight away.
Plans were floated for late 2012, again in 2013, and into early 2014, though available records indicate none of these trips actually took place. Major news outlets reported on the correspondence, noting it shows more extensive and cordial contact than Musk had previously acknowledged. Musk has pushed back hard.
Oh, wow.
He wasn't necessarily accused of wrongdoing, but was subpoenaed because he was suspected of having had some sort of involvement with Epstein and JP Morgan. And there are allegations, of course, not really allegations, but, it was reported, before Musk was closely affiliated with Trump that Epstein had been advising Tesla and was part of this effort in 2018 to take Tesla private with Gulf oil money or Saudi money. And at the time, Epstein was advising Mohammed bin Salman, the crown prince of Saudi Arabia.
He described the emails as misinterpreted, insisted he had very little correspondence with Epstein overall, and reiterated that he declined repeated invitations to the island.
Way Epstein News right now, the fallout from the Epstein files is growing. Elon Musk, who had been mentioned multiple times, including with possible visits to Epstein's island, is now saying that the Epstein files are a distraction in an effort to distance himself from the new files released. But there are many documents showing Epstein's connection to Elon Musk that are noteworthy and that need to be talked about, including this document where Elon Musk sent to Jeffrey Epstein that, quote, "What day/night will be the wildest party on our island?"
He called the entire document release a distraction from the real issue, the lack of prosecutions against Epstein's alleged clients and co-conspirators.
I think the public will be rightly frustrated if no one is prosecuted for the Epstein client list, no one at all, which, no one, like at least, I don't know, the top 5 or something, like some number. There should at least be an attempted prosecution of the worst offenders.
In one post, he wrote that he fought for full disclosure knowing it would lead to smears against him, despite, in his words, never attending parties, flying on the so-called Lolita Express, setting foot on the island, or doing anything wrong.
So the proof is there. I mean, there's lots of videos. Yeah. There's lots. I mean, the dude is like a mountain of whenever they raided Epstein's place, there would have been like a mountain of evidence. Where is that mountain?
Right. What'd you do with it?
Yes. Like who took possession of the evidence?
Yeah.
Specifically.
Right.
The individuals.
Where are the tapes?
Yes.
Some users highlighted Musk's public push for transparency and arrests, while others accuse him of hypocrisy given his own name appearing in the files.
He is seen asking Jeffrey Epstein what day will be the wildest party on, quote, our island. He also says that, quote, a peaceful island experience is the opposite of what I'm looking for, quote. And then Ghislaine replies to Elon later saying they are thinking about winding down the Little St. James operation. Bummer. And she'll be sure to let him know if it starts up again. And then he's seen asking about another party of Epstein's that he didn't get invited to, saying, girls for the win, quote.
No evidence in the released documents places Musk on the island or directly implicates him in Epstein's crimes. Musk has long described any prior meetings with Epstein as limited, arranged by others, and cut short once he found the financier creepy.
And this document, where Jeffrey Epstein wrote to Elon Musk, will you come to the Caribbean this Christmas? Woody Allen with me, you might enjoy. And Elon Musk responds, yes. These are from 2013. Now that date is significant. Why? Because by then, Jeffrey Epstein had already pled guilty to criminal offenses in Florida, specifically a state charge of procuring prostitution for a girl below 18. And yet, 5 years after that guilty plea, Musk continues to correspond with Epstein about an island, about parties, and more.
As the public digests this latest batch of files, part of an ongoing, years-long effort to shed light on Epstein's network, the central question remains, will the documents lead to new arrests, or will they fuel more debate without resolution?
Thank you so much for joining us on today's show. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.